Over the years in Football Manager, I've had great fun attempting to copy Pep Guardiola's beautiful tactics, and we had some good success. Today, however, we flip things up a bit, because I'm going to take all of those beautiful Pep tactics and rip out my favourite positions, roles and instructions to create a Frankenstein-like mashup of his best tactics, and then run riot in Football Manager 26. Vamos! And it doesn't end there, because I'm going to take the mashup tactic, put it up against Pep Guardiola's real-life City, game for game, to see who comes out on top. So I reckon I've got about 9 or 10 matches. Is it 9 or 10, something like that they've played this season, and they haven't been great, have they? So we'll see if we can do better. So first of all, taking all Pep's tactics from the past, I'm going to take out the best bits of it and just make it right now. Let's go. Okay, so first off, I want that advanced centre-back, the John Stones role that became so famous. But before that came the playmaking inverted wing-back that João Cancelo did, so let's bring him back as well. And let's throw in that wide playmaker role that he gave Kevin De Bruyne for a bit last season. That was cool. Since we're on the right side of the pitch, give me a Mahrez-style drifting inverted winger. Speaking of wingers, give me a pacey, wide, out-and-out winger like Leroy Sané. And for central midfield, let's throw in a creative free roll for David Silva or Phil Foden. And the new free roll position seems absolutely perfect. Okay, I think I'm done, and I've came up with this. But the good news is, with the Premier League licence and what have you, we've got exactly the same fixture list as they do in real life. So we got all the way down to the Bournemouth game here, which is today as I'm recording, to see if we do better. Now, this is the City results that they've managed so far this season that we need to better. And it kicks off right now away at Wolves, a game in which they were pretty dominant and won 4-0. So the question is, how will the Pep Guardiola mashup fare in this one? Well, as standard, Erling goes off to a decent start. But in the pouring rain, we were a bit sloppy at the start. It might take them a little while to get used to what I've cooked up. But we soon got back on track, and just before half-time, we took the lead, Erling again. It took us till the 90th minute to get our final goal. You can see how we line up. There's only one guy staying back, and everyone else is just bombing forward. But we did get that third goal, hat-trick for Erling. Annoyingly, Wolves then got a second goal, so we're a bit frail at the back, so I'm going to have a little look at the out-of-possession stuff, but you can see from the match stats, we probably should have matched Pep's 4-0. And the next match was Tottenham at home, a match where they absolutely dominated City and beat them 2-0. So I was happy with the way the team was going forward, so in out-of-possession, I made a couple of tweaks, I've ended up on this. Drops into a 4-4-2, so Foden jumps up front from his usual position of just behind the striker, and as mad as that one looks, it looks a lot more solid out of possession. Well, in this one, we started really well. I've got Donnarumma trying to do the Edison role. He's not exactly comfortable doing it, but he's doing all right. I've got Kushnerov down the right, so I've got 3 down that right-hand side, remember. So he's trying to be like Kyle Walker. There he is. He does supply a nice cross here for Erling. But this is the match where it all came together. I only leave one back, Ruben Dias. Bernardo Silva's playing my João Cancelo role, believe it or not. And there's John Stones and Rodri making the midfield, so all these lot can just do what they want. And remember, I've got 3 players down that right-hand side. Mamouche scored the second. Nah, but Tottenham couldn't deal with us here. There's just too much movement, too many players roaming around that they can't deal with, and goals were just flying in. A whopping 7-goal victory against Tottenham. That's how you do it, Pep. So at this stage, I take the lead. I've got 2 wins. Pep only got 1, and I've got a load more goals than he has. Couple of tricky ones on the horizon though. Brighton, a game in which Pep's team lost 2-1, and then we've got Man United in the Manchester derby. The Brighton game was annoying because we took the lead and looked like winning, but they did get an equaliser and it ends 1-1. But it is still better than what Pep managed. And so far, I'm really happy with the way the mad tactics looking. John Stones is loving being back as an advanced centre-back. Phil Foden's enjoying the free roll, and the ballsy move to make Bernardo Silva the playmaking wing-back seems to be paying off. Next up, it was the Manchester derby, a game in which Pep's team dominated and won 3-0. However, this one was a much tighter affair, and in fact, Bruno Fernandes put United in the lead. But I am happy with the way the mad tactic is flowing, especially down this right-hand side. So Phil Foden got us level, and then late on, set-piece goal, in it goes. We get the victory. So a solid performance, but it wasn't quite as impressive as Guardiola's 3-0 victory over United. But overall, I am pretty happy with the way the team is looking. It's one of those tactics where it looks completely ridiculous, and it still looks pretty ridiculous in the visualizer. From build-up, he's got a choice. He either picks out a centre-back, Rodri, or he goes wide, because we've got 6 in the wide positions. But it all changes when we start to progress, because the playmaking wing-back and the advanced centre-back move into central midfield. We've only got the width on the right from Kushnerov and Doku on the left. All the other lads start moving around everywhere. And by the time we get to the final third, we have options all over the pitch. It does make the out-of-possession setup that bit more important. And like I always say with the new out-of-possession stuff, just try and make it make sense. Foden, you can see him there as the free roll, jumps up to striker as a tracking centre forward. Doku stays where he is. The playmaking winger, already spending much of his time narrow, just drops back to sit next to the defensive midfielder. The attacking right-sided player just drops back one, and the back four stay as they are. But I do have Stones as a stopping centre-back because he's probably going to be a little bit more advanced anyway, so he might as well make that movement. Next up, we had the big one. Away at Arsenal, a game in which Pep's team in real life got the lead and then defended for their lives. Just before that, we beat PSG without an injured Haaland. So to the Arsenal match, and it was actually Arsenal that took the lead, unlike real life, and it was only 2 minutes. And in a complete role reversal, it was Arsenal who tried to defend that lead before we scored an equaliser in injury time. So the exact same result as real life, we just went about it the opposite way. Not bad considering we had no Erling Haaland as well. So far at this stage, real life City have 2 defeats, whereas we're doing pretty well. Burnley next. This is a game where Pep's team scored 5 against them, so a tough ask. But by half time, we were well on the way and soon we're 3-0 up. Game ends 5-1, and for the second successive match, we get exactly the same result as real life City. Then we beat Brentford 3-0, besting Pep's 1-0 victory in real life, and most of our goals came via that right hand side combination. And I talked about them 3 men on the right hand side, and remember, one of them is a playmaking winger, and look how central he comes. He's way in there. He just starts out there and then wanders around. And the good thing about this kind of mirrors what the visualizer said was going to happen when we get to progression stage. That's my right back. Marmoush is my inverted winger. Look how central my playmaking winger is, and my playmaking wing back. In fact, we've only got Diaz at the back because advanced centre back is joining the midfield. As the play progresses, the goal does come from the right hand side. Marmoush combines with the right back, so that's inverted winger and right back. Down the line for the wide playmaker, and he crosses it in for you know who. Speaking of the playmaking winger, he's been one of the key parts of this team. Reinders has played there most of the time. He scored 2, he's got 4 assists. Brilliant average rating as well. We then had a pretty comfortable 3-0 victory over Everton. So at this point, I'm undefeated. So I'm kind of embarrassing real life Pep. But then a look at the fixture table showed that coming up was my nemesis and Pep's nemesis. It was Aston Villa. A team which absolutely haunted me in FM24. And of course, they became the first team to beat me in this run, and the FM24 curse continues into FM26. And the 10th and final match is Bournemouth. Now, as I record this is the 1st of November, so City are about to play Bournemouth today. But this is going so well, I thought I'll try it anyway. And with the team now fully buying into my way of playing, it was one of our best performances yet, and it could have been a load more goals than it ended up. A pretty comfy win to finish us off. So at the end of the mini challenge, the side-by-side comparisons aren't pretty for real life Pep. Maybe it's time he goes back to some of his mad ways and just chucks them all into the melting pot at once. So I'm quite proud that our mishmash tactic has beaten whatever the hell Pep's got going on this season pretty comfortably as well. Now if you want to give this tactic a go, it is in Patreon, but I'll show you the team instructions now.